TV. If you're conscious, why you hating? Some of us think too small, just too afraid to fall. If you're conscious and awakened, you know that the studio gets deep. Black news and history in the making. Let's get up from the fall, wise up and take it all.
When you found out that the Nation of Islam was making a turn towards Scientology, what went through your mind? What was the first thing you thought about? L. Ron Hubbard and, this stuff here.
Everybody knows, brother. It's all over YouTube, all over. Now, I'm talking about the people who were involved with Scientology, white people, for 10, 20, 30, and 40 years. They explained the whole thing about Scientology. Mm-hmm. L. Ron Hubbard was an alcoholic, a drug addict, a pedophile, a pervert, a bisexual, a low-life garbage can Caucasian. Actually, he was like Satan himself. You understand what I'm trying to say? He knows that. Then everybody, they knows that. Now, that didn't come from black people. This came from those who was involved in it for 10, 20, 30, and 40 years. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's a cult. It's an organizational cult where you have to separate yourself from your family. Some of the members in there committed suicide. Okay, they had a big thing on TV one day, and I watched the whole thing called Claire. And then you hook your mind up. How you gonna hook your mind up to a damn machine when the machine came out of your mind? You understand what I'm trying to say? Everybody knows that. It's a cult. Now, and it's a body count. Scientology is set up for bodies and money. I know people, I won't even call his name, down there in Georgia, lost $40,000 in Scientology and had 2 heart attacks. Okay? And check this out. You go to different levels. And each level you pay money. And then when you get to the top level, they say, you made an error, it's not corrected, so forth, so you have to start all over again. You can lose thousands and thousands of dollars. It's a scam. Now I'll ask anybody who's into this dynamics in Scientology. I'm gonna ask them one question. I'm talking to all of y'all now that's out there with this Scientology and dynamics. How much money did it cost you since you've been in there? How much money did it cost you since you've been in there? And if it's such a program that will work, why don't they go into nut houses and clear those people? You got mental institutions all over the country. Why don't you go clear them? Why are you supposed to be so intelligent? How are you going to get caught up in that foolishness? You understand what I'm trying to say? When you're all right. Here's a mental person over here with a mental problem. Why don't you clear that person? Go to the mental institution. They need help. If you feel Scientology is the answer, take that program to all these mental institutions and solve their problem. Now, all those that's involved with dynamics and Scientology, I'm telling you to your face, that's the house of Satan. Now, if you want to stay there, you have that right. If you believe in it, you have that right.
As you just putting them on notice.
But I'm putting you on notice. Mm-hmm. That is Satan's house, and you carry into practice Satan's activities, and you're under the heading of Satan's children, and you have that right. I have no problem with that. All I'm saying...
Once you do your job, that's it. Your hands are clean. You did your job. You let them know.
I'm letting you know. That's the house of Satan. Mm-hmm. And you can't challenge me on that. You understand? And it hasn't produced nothing but more confusion. So now that's Satan's house. You're Satan's children. You want to be a part of that? You have that right. I respect that. My point is, don't bring that garbage into the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Don't say it's the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, because it's not. He didn't teach that. Don't bring Christianity in the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, because he didn't teach that. And don't come here with that Sunni Islam. Because you ain't know nothing about no Sunni Islam until Warren D. Muhammad in 1975. He was the one that introduced you to that Orthodox and Sunni Islam. You know what I'm saying? And Minister Farrakhan went along with it because he was Wallace D. Muhammad's representative from 2.5 to 3 years. And he put on that nightgown and he got down his hands and knees and still down his hands and knees. And this is not to disrespect Minister Farrakhan. Minister Farrakhan has the right to function on the level he understands and to do what pleases him. My point is, don't say it's the Nation of Islam. Say that's your thing, but not the nation.
Okay. Do you think, because a few people been coming up saying things like the Nation of Islam is now opening up their mosques, or they have opened up their mosques for Europeans, for everybody. I don't know. I'm just asking. Have you seen any Europeans going up in there now?
The only one. The only ones that go along with European. First of all, I never seen a white European in the nation. I never seen.
Okay.
It. I never seen it. But if anyone, any of the administrators, laborers, or officials allow of Europeans, the Caucasian race, to come into the nation, is because they got a white woman, a white wife.
Yeah, it's
or whiteness in their family.
Some pictures out there with a white-looking guy, man. He look white.
No,
he look white, brother.
No, you have light. See, don't forget, black has 16 shades. See, black is 4 shades of black, 4 shades of brown, 4 shades of red, and 4 shades of yellow. Now, you do have a lot of light that's black. Okay, that's why they get misconfused with the Master Farrakhan Muhammad. See, Master Farrakhan Muhammad said, oh, he was a white man. He wasn't white. His father's a black man. If your father's a black man, you's a black man. If your father's a white man, you's a white man. Because the black man carries the life germ. Now, the only ones that will go along with white coming in the nation is those who are involved with white. They could have white children, white grandchildren, or white husbands, or white wives. Because the Messages program is right there on the back of the newspaper, what the Muslims want and what the Muslims believe. Separation. The Messages program is separation, not integration. And anybody you find that's all into this integration, usually they have whiteness, family members, or their wives, or their children, or whatever. It's separate. The Messenger taught separation, not integration. And he made it plain that all white people is the devil by nature, made to be destroyed and not to be given another chance. So there's nobody out here that can save white people, because all the prophets, all the wise men agree it would take 600 years to graft them back. And so instead of losing time, they have decided to move them off the planet. So if anybody's about integration and supposed to be in the Nation of Islam, check them out. They've got whiteness in their family, and they know that's not the Messenger's teaching, because the Messenger taught separation, not integration.
Who do you suppose will be the next leader of the Nation of Islam following Minister Louis Farrakhan? After Mr. Farrakhan?
You ain't got nobody qualified.
Well, somebody gonna have to take the head position.
I'm gonna tell you how it's gonna go down. Nobody qualified. Because the Messenger made it plain there is no successor. I can't choose.
Right,
no
you
successor.
said that on the last one.
I can't choose a. Right, now check this out. The Messenger said he didn't come to make.
Get some water, brother. Get some water. That's why I brought you, man.
The Messenger said he didn't come to make followers. He came to make leaders. Mm-hmm. Then he said, after me comes God. So what we have here now, God What makes God God? The teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad produces the mentality of God. These teachings and supreme wisdom brings you to the level of understanding your true universal identification that the black man is God.
So do you think that after Minister Farrakhan that the nation will fall?
No, it won't fall.
But who's going to, because you need a leader to keep it going. Is Mustafa qualified? The son
Mustafa,
that's always there with
Mustafa is not even qualified to be the supreme captain. I'm going to touch on that in a minute. Give me, let me have a look.
Oh, man. Uh-oh. Okay. How you like that right there?
Good.
Yeah, that's nice, good vitamin water.
Mustafa is not even qualified to be a supreme captain. I'm going to prove it to you. Name me one contribution or one thing Mustafa, the supreme captain, supposed to be the supreme captain, contributed to the Nation of Islam. Nothing. He got a free ride because Farrakhan is his father. Okay? So he uses the excuse of he got to secure his father because he's not qualified to do nothing else. Let me show this. You're supreme captain, Mustafa. Did you make it mandatory that every FOI have the training manual from the most honorable Elijah Muhammad? Do you make that mandatory that every FOI and every mosque and every study group have the FOI training manual from the most honorable Elijah Muhammad? You ain't qualified to change nothing. I mean, Mr. Farrakhan dropped that, I think, was Savior's Day. You're not qualified. He's talking to the official. You're not qualified. You're too dumb. You ain't got the experience to lead nothing. You know why you're not qualified? Because you don't follow the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Now, Mustafa, the so-called supreme captain, did you make it mandatory that every FOI have the training manual from the most honorable Elijah Muhammad? No. You know why? Because you don't care. You're unconcerned. All you're about is your own endeavor or whatever. With that egotistical macho attitude you got. You're not qualified to be a supreme captain because you're too goddamn lazy. Get up off your lazy ass and go around to every mosque and every study group and uplift the spirit of the FOI. Do you do that? No, you too busy laying with them lost found whores that were made in America and watching a basketball game or a football game. You're lazy, you're unqualified, you're overweight, and you have no respect. Even when the minister is speaking, you be behind him running your damn mouth with Ishmael, sometimes chewing gum, whispering, cracking jokes, and acting like a stupid jackass. Okay? And what I'm saying to you comes from the FOI in the street who are not active because they watch you all over YouTube. And the only time they see you is on YouTube. Now
you know he knows you personally.
Please.
How do you think he gonna feel hearing this coming from you, brother? This tough love that you're giving him, this constructive criticism, brother.
Brother, it's out of love. Because I want him to wake the hell up and stop taking it for granted that because he's Minister Farrakhan's son, he can do what the hell he want to do. No, you're going to get up off if you're going to be a supreme captain, you're going to get up off your lazy ass and you're going to go around to every mosque and study group and uplift the spirit of the FOI, okay? Okay? And I'm going to tell you how dumb you are. Here you got a Final Call newspaper, your father's Final Call newspaper, and you don't even have enough sense to take a page in the Final Call newspaper and put wisdom in there that will inspire and motivate and create a determination in the FOI that's out there in the corner, in the cold, the rain, the snow, while you home in your little $3 million mansion that you worship and idolize. That's why your ass don't go no damn where but Chicago and wherever your house is at. Okay? Okay? Now, You want to get up off and I suggest you really should, you're not qualified, you should handle your resignation. You can't ride on, I'm the messenger, the minister's son. No, you got to make a legacy of your own. Now, Anthony is good. Anthony goes all over and shared martial arts.
Now, Anthony is who?
Anthony is the assistant to the Supreme Captain. Okay? Really, Anthony should be the Supreme. If you say a choice, Anthony should be the Supreme Captain. You understand? Because he make more of a... And I was with Anthony about a couple of 6 weeks ago at a big funeral service they had for a brother went home, and we all was there. Anthony was mingled with all the FOI from the street was there. Anthony mingled with all of them, love, respect, took pictures. I mean, he beautiful. Even with me. Melchisedek. Come on, brother. We took pictures and all that. It's all on YouTube. I got the pictures and everything. Mustafa ain't never did that. He don't come around like that. And check this out. Brothers who roll with me, they know him. Because they was in the university with him in New York.
So it brings me back to this, Melchisedek.
Hold the point. Hold the point.
Go ahead.
And another thing, that 40-year anniversary dinner, that should have been for the brothers who sell the Final Call newspaper, not them lazy, good-for-nothing, unproductive, producer of nothing officials. The 40-year anniversary, that should have been for all them brothers who's out in the street upholding and selling the Final Call newspaper out of love and respect to represent the nation on that level. Okay, that's who the dinner was supposed to be for. All them other ones that was there, them lazy, good-for-nothing officials who just sit around and want the congregation to do everything, and then they get the praise and respect like you did nothing. You did nothing. You're lazy, you're good for nothing, and you're unproductive. Unproductive. Okay? And another thing you should do, you should give a banquet dinner at least once a year for the brothers who sells the Final Call newspaper, and don't charge them nothing. The same money you spend on your outside whores that were made in America, take that same money and put on a banquet dinner for the FOI who's out there selling the Final Call newspaper, and stop acting like you're doing something when you know you're not doing nothing. Hand in your resignation because you're not qualified, and let Anthony, get rid of that Anthony name, okay? Because the Savior says no labor should continue in the devil's name. Okay, being that you're a martial art expert and everything, find out what Bruce Lee means in Arabic and take that one.
Oh, Melchisedek. So let me ask you, brother, like I got to go back to this again. By you saying that there's no one qualified, that mean the nation going to fall.
No.
Who will step up? See, that's why I got to bring it back. Like, who's going to step up? Like, that's going to be the glue to keep the brothers and the sisters and the young people together. And, you know, who's going to step up? I tell you one thing,
it won't be no members of Farrakhan's family. That's a no-no. It's over. If they ain't got a program.
I don't think Mustafa going to let nobody take over that, bro.
How you going to stop him?
Come on, man.
Yeah, all over. Hey, it's all over America.
History has a way of repeating itself. Remember the most honorable Elijah Muhammad's sons, what did they do? Where they at?
You know what Mustafa's name is?
No.
His name ain't Mustafa. His name is Wallace. He took on the name Mustafa. I got it on tape. Farrakhan named him Wallace. And if he don't get back into these teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, hear me, Mustafa, and everybody, and another thing, I want everybody to sit down and shut up. I'm talking to Mustafa. Let him
defend
himself. All of y'all, because you ain't got the guts to say what I say. So just sit down and shut up. Let him defend. And y'all know I'm saying the truth. If I ask you right now, when the last time he been to your mosque? You never. When the last time been in your study group? Never. So you know I'm telling you the truth. Okay, and you know you can't even, you don't have no FOI training manual in the mosque. You don't have no Supreme Wisdom, the lessons original in the mosque. You don't have it in there, and you know it. Because that's why you're getting it from me. And this information comes from brothers and sisters in the mosque and not in the mosque. We're going to straighten things out. Now, Farrakhan go home. None of his members are going to be in charge of nothing. If they ain't got a program for themselves, they better go out there and sell some bean pies. Okay? Now, each area is going to be responsible for its own area. The mosque in New York is responsible for New York, and it will be successful if they carry the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, word for word, right and exact, don't add to it, don't take away from it, just like that accomplishment of the economical program. Mm-hmm. New York is responsible for New York. California is responsible for California. Jersey is responsible for Jersey. Wherever there is a mosque, that mosque is responsible for that area to implement the same program that the messenger set up in Chicago. The same thing the messenger set in Chicago. All they got to do is go to Savings Day 1974. The whole economical program is there. All y'all that's listening, go watch the tape, Savings Day 1974. Go watch it. And also get them, if you don't have the accomplishments of the Muslims, get in touch with me, and you can get the accomplishments of the Muslims. That's the program. Now, as long as you take the program that the messenger set up in Chicago himself and left running in Georgia, California, New York, Jersey, Philadelphia, wherever there's a mosque, do what the messenger did, and you'll be successful. As long as you stay focused on the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. And keep your money. The only way you can be able to do that and build up your community where you are, New York, Jersey, Philadelphia, Georgia, wherever you are, keep that money in your area and don't be sending it no place else because you've been sending it other places. That's why you ain't got a goddamn thing.